Okay, I think my camera is having some issues. Okay, because I'm connected to my monitor now.
Okay.
That's the problem. Yeah, I don't have a
It's okay.
the
It's
access to
a
my camera directly, so I'm connected to my monitor. So maybe you don't see my face here.
yeah. We just see a background, but it's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. I'll start the recording.
yeah, sure.
Hey, hi guys. Welcome. Welcome to the Global AI Bootcamp. I'll welcome our new speaker, our next speaker, Arun. Arun has been a Azure Cloud Architect, MCT, C Sharp MVP also, Microsoft certified, um, and Arun today will be sharing his knowledge on. Uh, can I hear
Mhm.
myself? I don't know.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
hear me?
yes, yes, you can. I can
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
yeah. So Arun would be sharing on the document intelligence. Now, Arun, over to you. The floor is yours.
Yep. Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you,
Welcome
Praveen.
first
Thank
time
you.
on Delhi Tech Community. Uh,
Yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate this opportunity. I would like to thank Delhi community, Delhi tech community, Dhruvin, Rajendra, everyone who has been involved in this wonderful sessions. So it's a privilege to be part of this community, and for this opportunity to share my knowledge when whatever I have actually, learned in my journey within Azure. So thank you very much, and good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Whoever has joined this session, my name is Arun, and I am an Azure Architect and a lead Azure Engineer with Atos. I've been with Atos for last 15 years, and my career spans across 18 years in the industry. And my Azure journey actually started 6 months back, 6 years back. So yeah, it's been a very good journey, and I wanted to take this opportunity to, share my learnings as well with you on how what I have learned from the Azure Document Intelligence and how I've used to, solve my problem statement basically. So as you can see on the screen, that's my those are my Azure credentials. I have completed quite a few certifications on networking, security, admin, architect. So my specialty lies with the Azure infrastructure part, and this is actually a new learning for me based on my project that I've been working on. So the QR code basically scans to my LinkedIn network. Please feel free to scan it and then give a connection request to keep in touch, so you can get in touch with me for any topics under Azure infrastructure, including DevOps and Azure Bicep, which is my specialty as well. So yeah, with that introduction, I would like to delve into today's topic, which is on the document intelligence or Azure document intelligence. So what is this document intelligence, and basically how it helps in solving few real-time scenario? That will be my main focus for today. And the agenda will be basically not, apart from talking about what this AI document intelligence is, I'll also talk about what are the types of models that are available in document intelligence. And also I will take you through all the existing models one by one, give you a demo on what are its capabilities and how it can help you with your problem statements. Yep, so that will include both pre-built models as well as custom models. So I will be focusing mainly on custom models. I will show you a hands-on demo plus a source code, execute a source code for you, a very simple source code, and how we can extract data from our documents. So that will be the agenda for today. So with that in mind, I will deep directly into the document intelligence. So what is uh, Azure AI Document Intelligence. It is basically a cloud-based solution, Azure-based AI solution that helps in extracting data from a structured document, semi-structured document, even an unstructured document. So you talk about any layout, a specific layout like your letter pads, your resumes, your uh, invoices, your PAN cards, Aadhaar cards, your social security number. So any documents that you have that is basically structured or unstructured or even semi-structured data, you can use Azure AI Document Intelligence to train the models and extract critical information from that data, from that particular document. Okay, so that is the real purpose of the document intelligence. But why do I need this, or what solution, or what real-time problem does it solve? So currently we live in a digital era where we generate tons of data, right? So whether in terms of feedback forms, in terms of applications, in terms of any data output, we generate tons of data, and we it is actually not possible, or humanly not possible, to review them manually. Okay, so that required, or processing those data required a specific set of infrastructure for processing those monumental data. So that is where the idea of AI document intelligence came in. Yeah, it was first launched as a form recognizer, where it will only recognize forms like your pre-built forms, like your social security numbers, your uh, like your US identity card, any ID cards that is based on our government proofs, right? So it was launched initially as a service that can leverage or that can basically process these data and extract critical information. Okay, so as and when the model matured, the capability was also capability also improved, like wherein I can not only extract custom or pre-built data, I can also use the same documents to extract data from similar documents, say like a passport, right? So each country has a different passport with a different layout. So I can actually create a separate model that will, read each and every passport that I provide to them as an input, classify what sort of document that is, and based on that it can also extract extract data from the document that I have provided. So that is the sort of maturity level that the document intelligence has acquired. So that is what I wanted to actually show you today, and this is basically the introduction of the AI document intelligence. And before I go into the portal itself, I would like to show you the architecture of how we can have a, or how we can build a automated document processor. Yeah. So this is something that I have worked in myself personally, where I have a document coming through emails, which I will be extracting out of the email, and then using Azure functions, right, to extract or to read the document from the blob storage. So what I basically did is I deployed a logic app to read all the incoming emails, right? And extract just the or identify the correct email from which the attachment needs to be extracted and placed into the Azure blob storage. Okay, so once the logic app places the document in the Azure blob storage, it will basically have a blob trigger. I created an Azure function based on the blob trigger, which will trigger whenever a document is uploaded to the blob storage. Okay. So once the document is uploaded, this Azure function then reads the document, and then it will send the document across to the AI document intelligence. So which will work on, or which will process the data, extract the raw data from the document, and then I used the Azure Cosmos DB to store the backend, or store the data in the backend. Okay, so what I did with the stored data is basically I use this data to search in my document repository using Azure AI search, right? So using the say keywords that I have received from the data, I was able to do a search in my document repository or in my SharePoint to fetch any data related to those keywords. So this is a project that I had worked on in my current project. So that is what I wanted to actually share. How an AI document intelligence helped me uh, you know integrate different solution or different services within Azure into a complete package here. Okay, so I have used a PaaS service like Logic Apps. I have used IaaS or storage solution like Blob Storage, Azure Functions, AI Document Intelligence, Cosmos DB, AI Language, or to be precise, AI search, to be precise. And the same was then uh, used to create dashboards within Power BI. So these are the different components that I had used, or that was integrated to create a specific solution for my purpose. Okay, so this is something called as this is how the architecture looked like. And you had the extraction process where I extracted the document or the raw data from the document, and then the enrichment process where I had used the raw data to enrich the data uh, into a useful data, to be precise, and then use the useful data or the enriched data to do a visualization using Power BI. Okay, so this is just a small architecture that I wanted to share with you. Okay, now let's just look into the types of models within the document intelligence. For that, I will first log into my portal. One moment.
Arun, we lost you.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying
Uh,
to log into my portal. Yeah.
okay, okay, no worries, no
Okay,
worries.
yeah. I'm just stopping my sharing. I'm sharing again to share the correct window. Okay, one
No
moment.
worries.
Let me know once my screen is visible.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
the
Okay.
portal Azure.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now to deploy any or to view the document intelligence, just search document intelligence. So it will give us the services here, right? So just click on create. So to leverage this document intelligence service, we will have to deploy a service first. So let me quickly deploy a service for you. Um, test invoice model, test model. I'll just say test model. Yeah. So this is a free. I'll just do a free service. It's already used. Okay. Let's see if this model is available. No. Yeah. Okay. This is available. Okay. I'm using this model. Let's just review and create. So you can download this automation template. Okay, and then you can use this JSON format or this JSON file ARM template in your DevOps for your DevOps automation. Okay, so it's that simple. So you just download that, put it into a or you can convert it into an Azure Bicep file, and then you can deploy it to a CI/CD pipeline to automate your deployments. Okay, so yeah, the our model is our service is just getting deployed now. Yeah, give it few minutes. Perfect. Ours is done. So I'm going to the resource directly. This is our model, right? This is our service. So once you get into the service, you will basically see these endpoints, right? This is important. So you will need these endpoints and your keys to be able to connect to this service using your source codes, which I will actually show it down the line. Yeah, in just a few minutes, I'll show you how we can leverage these options. Okay. Now here, if you see, there is an option to go to the Document Intelligence Studio where you can deploy your model and train your model. So just click on this and it will take you to your model. So this is what I wanted to actually show you today, where you have document analysis models, pre-built models, and your custom models. Okay, so these are the three things that we'll be seeing today. Okay, now when you actually talk about document models, right? It basically has three different entities or three different models that is available for you. Okay, basically your OCR models where you can read custom or handwritten models or handwritten forms basically. Okay, whether it can be an application form or a feedback form, it can be anything. So you have a specific template where you can read the input data. So yeah, I've just clicked it. So you can see here, right? So this is just a sample document, right? A healthcare document, which says about patient care service, right? So you can run an analysis. So it can be a resume as well. It can be a sample invoice where it can have barcodes as well. So if you have a handwritten note or a barcode or a QR code involved in your documents, you can use your OCR type, which is optical character recognition model, OCR read models. Okay, so I'll show. I'll run a simple analysis. They've already provided this. So you click on this OCR run model. Just click on run analysis. Because it is already trained, it will basically identify all the details for you. Okay. Now, if you actually see this basically says it is invoice. This is the address. And if you go down, it will probably talk about your price. This is the paragraph size. Yeah. And this is sales tax. I'm just interested in the barcode, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the barcode type here. If I actually see, this is the barcode here, which will read the barcode. Yeah, and you will also have the shipment contents. Yeah, here it is. So this is the JSON file, or it will be it will give your uh, output in a structured way. So you can use this JSON to send it or use it further for further analysis. Okay, so this is just to show what are the outputs that has been read from this particular document, and you can use this JSON file to process it further, or you can send it to a say a Cosmos DB, which will basically store it in JSON in this format, right? It's basically a key value pair or a document type document based database where you can store this JSON format. Okay, um, this is what I wanted to actually show you. You will also get a a source code here. So this is already built for you. So you can simply copy this source code and you can use it in your particular solution or your product development. This I will actually show it at the end how we can use this. I'll show it in a demo as well. Okay. So that is one. This is all about your OCR read. So and you talk about the next topic is on layout. So layout is nothing but you have a predetermined template. Okay. For example, you have this I'll talk about this document, this feedback document, right? So what are the this is like a determined template where all my documents will come in this format. Okay, so I can actually have my documents trained in this document to store, right? So if you have any feedback forms or your application forms that comes in a predetermined template, you can use this a layout uh, model to read and determine your train and deploy your models. So you can use this. I'll show you just an example here. Yes, this is a better example where I have a feedback form with a handwritten note on it, right? So I can simply click on run analysis where it will run or it will analyze the document and it will basically give you the solution here, right? So yeah, it is not selected. Selected. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. Hmm. See, if you see here, it basically says this. Consider this entire output as a table here, right? And these are the check marks, right? That they have ticked. Those are the ones that have been chosen for processing. So here you can see
Arun? Arun? I think we lost you. Arun? Arun? Guys, wait a second. I think we lost Arun. We are trying to bring him back.
yeah, sorry, guys, I had a power outage, so yeah. Am I visible
Okay. Okay.
or am I audible? Apologies.
Yeah, Arun, let me make you presenter again.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Arun, you're there.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me know once it is visible.
We can see.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. Okay. So now it basically talks about the data that has been retrieved from the document. So if you see here, it is basic. It says the name as Sultan. You, basically, you get the drift, right? We can actually have a specific template for a document, and you can read that, or you can train that document, or you can train that model to read your document and extract these specific data, right? Whatever I have checked here. So I can actually train my or train this model by providing this particular document, and then ensure like it only reads whatever data that I have checked in, or only I want that specific, or only those specific data to be retrieved. Okay, so that is exactly what this model has achieved. Okay, so I'll tell you like at the end of the presentation, like when to use which model. Okay, so there is a specific decision making process which will help you identify which model to use when. Okay. Okay. Now the third one is your general document. So general document is nothing but your structured data where you will have things like invoices, your reports, okay, your payroll or your pay stubs, right, which has a specific structure to it, right? So we can use this model to extract data from such documents. Okay, so for example, this is a payroll, right? I'll simply run an analysis on this, and it will give you my the key value pairs, which means it will give you the heading as well as the value stored for that particular document or those heading. Okay, so it's just running, and as you can see, it has a label and it has the value as well. What is the operator name? What is the operator number? And your all these specific value here, right? So your area name, your block number, your block number, the latitude, all these information are extracted. These are basically labeled data. If you see, these are all key value pairs. So we give the we tell them what data to be retrieved, and train the model based on that, and the subsequent when we upload the subsequent model successive documents, this model will retrieve those data. Okay, so this is how a document intelligence works for a document analysis, or when you have a specific set of documents like your reports, your resumes, your application forms, your payroll information, any data that you have which is structured, semi-structured, or unstructured, you can use the document analysis for fetching the data from those documents. Okay, so the next type of model that is available here is pre-built models. Okay, so whenever you have the invoices, right, invoices, your receipts, your identity documents like your social security numbers, your insurance card, so anything that follows a specific format, this is basically US based format, right? So these are all US based documents. So Azure has already provided your pre-built models to retrieve data based on the document. So for example, if I, let's see if I have invoices here. So they have already, yeah, already trained a few invoice-based documents here, right? So I have these invoices already trained, and you simply have to click on again run analysis. So these are all pre-built invoices that Azure has already trained your model on. So if any of your if you have any invoices that follows this document, you can simply use this pre-built invoices, right? So if you have or if you want to extract invoices or data from your US based payrolls, identity cards, your social security numbers, you can use the pre-built invoices. So from this particular invoice, it has identified the purchase order, the item descriptions, what is the total amount, the tax based details. So they have already labeled those information and they have retrieved those data. Okay, so this is the advantage of having a pre-built model where you don't have to train the model. It is already trained and you can simply make use of these models, and then you can retrieve the data, okay, directly by using this code here, right? So you have the source code here. You can simply copy these data, copy the value from this code, and you can simply use it in your specific product development. Okay, so that is what I wanted to actually show you in the next part. This is the interesting part. Okay, now, coming to the custom model has two different types of extraction models. Okay, two different types of models provided. One is the extraction model, one is the classification model. So, extraction model is nothing but you provide your input data. Okay, and then the model or your model basically gets trained on that particular document. Okay, and then it will extract the data or based on the label data that you had provided, labels provided in that particular document. Your model will process the document and then it will extract your data from that. Okay, let's see how this works first. Okay, to do that, go to the custom extraction model, click on create a project. Okay, uh, custom invoice, right? I'm just giving a name and then click on continue. I have another subscription. So for this, uh, you will need to first deploy a document intelligence resource first. So I've already done that in my previous step. So I'm going to use that. It is there in this invoice model. Okay. Let me check if I have any other. Okay, I don't have that. Okay, yes, this is the model that I had created. Okay, test invoice model, click on continue. Okay, now the next step is basically to give your training data source. So for a custom model, you will need at least a minimum of you will need to provide at least five data source or five documents as a training data set. Okay, so that is the minimum requirement for a custom extraction model. And the more number of documents that you have provide, the better, the more accuracy your model will have. Okay. So right now I'm just providing the minimum number of minimum required training data set. Okay. So what I am doing is I am basically using a storage or a blob storage to store those data, right? So I have a specific, I already have a storage account that I will leverage here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is going to provide my data set or store my data set in this particular storage account, and my model will pick up those data and then it will process those data. Okay. So click on that and I am click on create projects. Okay. Right. So this is the first step where I'll have to create my project first, and then based on that project, when you go inside that project, it will give you the option to upload your training data set and then train your model on that appropriate document layout. Okay. Now this is done. So I'll just keep it for a moment. Okay. Now the first step is done here. Okay. Now I will browse these files. I'll provide these inputs. Okay. Now I'll delete these. Okay. Let me provide all these 6. Okay. So my first step is I'll need to label the data which I would like to fetch from this particular document. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay, I would like first let me do a run layout. Okay, which will read this document and then it will say what are the fields that can be extracted. Okay, so here I can do a full table extract. Okay, or I can do an individual extract here. So I'm just doing an individual extract. I'll click on this invoice number. Okay, yeah, this is the invoice number and this will be the value. Okay, this will be the, yeah, so apologies, yeah, this will be the value. Okay, and I will be clicking similarly. I'll do for uh, invoice date field and click on this date. I'll click on invoice date, invoice due date. Okay, and the charges. Last will be my VAT ID. Okay, field. Okay, now that I have identified the data here, okay, I'll do the same thing for other documents. Yeah, I already have the field here. I've already labeled the fields, so it will run the yes, it has run. I'll simply, this will be the invoice number. I just need to provide the value now. Okay, due date, charges, and VAT ID. Okay, run layout. Invoice date, due date, charges, VAT ID. Okay. I'll just give this minimum number of documents to train this model. And once I have identified or labeled all the fields in the document, I'll click on train. Okay. So just give a name, model invoice, I'll just give a template. Okay, you have two different option here. One is template and one is neural. Okay, so because all these documents follow the same template or same layout, I'm just choosing templates. Okay, but if you have documents that follows a different templates, like for example, each vendor within a particular country will follow their own template for invoices. So in that case, you will need to click on neural, right? And for neural, it will probably take half an hour to 1 hour for the model to get trained up. Okay. So to keep it simple, I'm just clicking on template and then click on train. Okay. So this will ensure like my model will process all the data or document that I have provided here, whatever labeling that I have done, it will process them and it will give out this particular model here. Okay. If I click on this, it will basically say the accuracy rate. So all my accuracy is basically 80% here, which is quite good. Okay. So now this is done. Now I want to test my model. Okay. Now how do I test? I click on fetch, click on invoice 6 and yes, run my analysis. Yeah. So I have received all the data from this document. Let's see if this checks out. Okay. Now VAT ID is basically QR, which is fine. And this is 22123, which is also fine. Yeah. And uh, this is due date is 29 October 2016, which is fine. This is 2015, which is also fine. 7687930 which also works out. So my model has basically identified all these values from the invoice that I have uploaded. And on the right hand side, you also see the confidence score here of my model. Okay, so it is actually 99% accurate. So if I provide more number of documents, the confidence rate will be closer towards 100, which means your model is pretty much accurate. Okay, now this is how you actually do a custom model, custom extraction model. Okay, now I'll show you how we can use this in our source code. Okay, now for that, let me stop the sharing and I'll open a Visual Studio Code for you and then I'll share it once again. Okay, let me know once my screen is visible, please.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. Oh, okay, perfect. Now, now first thing is I will need to create a new file. Okay. It's a Python based file. I'm going to write this in a Python language, but you can basically choose or pretty much choose whatever language you want. It can be Java. It can be any language of your choice. Okay. Now paste it. Now this is where it gets interesting. For this particular or if you would like to access this service using source code, you will need something called as AI Document Intelligence SDK or your libraries. Okay, so you will need to first install this library using pip command. Okay, where you can simply say uh, pip install this. Right, let's see if I already have this installed, but if not, it will basically reinstall that package. Okay, so I have installed this SDK or this library before I can leverage the SDKs. Okay, now coming to this part, first this is done. Now the second part is you will need to leverage the document intelligence service that you have deployed in your portal. Okay. Now I'll go to the portal. I will go to the keys and endpoints. Okay. And then I will retrieve the endpoint.
Which
Okay. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
questions?
I'm just, yeah. Yeah, this is my endpoint. let me do one thing. I'll share the entire screen in that case. I'll share the entire. This will make things easier. Yeah. Now visible, right?
Yes. Can you show us how, from where you need to get that?
Yeah. Sure, sure, sure. That is why I wanted to actually show. Okay. Now I'll go to here, the home. I'm talking about document intelligence, right? So go to that document intelligence. Go to this model that you have deployed, and then you will need to click on keys and endpoints. Okay. So here it will have all the keys here. Okay, or you can also do it from the overview page on the right hand side. If you click on this manage keys, it will take you to this point. Okay, you can use any of these keys here. So I'm simply using key one. Let's see if this is working. This is key, but this normally you won't have this key here directly in the source code. It will be through your key vault, or it will you will need to use it as your variable, OS variable. Okay, so just for training purpose, I'm showing this key here because I'll be deleting these two services after this training is over. Okay, now model ID, right? So for model ID, I will need to go to the model that I have just trained. Okay. So if you go to the document intelligence studio, then click on the model that you have deployed, you will get the model ID of the model that you have trained. Okay. So click on copy and you click here. Okay. Great. And the third part is your document that you would like to extract the data from. Now for that, I have used the storage account, right? So I will need to go to that storage account. This is the storage account that I have used, okay, to store all my documents, right? So I'll click on containers, open this invoice. Okay. This is the path where I have stored all my data. Okay, so to get the URL, you will need to click on the properties, get the URL of the storage account. Okay, now I am passing this. Now there is a catch here. This needs to be a HTTP URL. Okay, because it is a public or we are accessing through public. It needs to be a HTTPS URL. So it can be a storage account URL. It can be a GitHub URL as well. Whether if you store any document in your GitHub, you can provide the GitHub URL as well directly, and the document name, which is invoice 7.pdf. I don't have that document yet here stored. I think. Do I have? No, I don't have. So I will upload the file first. This is the document that I am using. Okay, and click on upload. Cool. Now I have uploaded this document here. Okay, now I'm going to read the data from this particular document. Now let's do few manipulations here because I don't want these many data to be printed. Remove all these things. Now I don't even need these as well. Okay. Now I'll make it very simple. Now what I am doing is basically I am this particular loop here, right? It will get the fetch the documents. Okay, or let me explain this here. So from this document intelligence, this is the object that basically reads the service.
Arun, we lost you again. Arun, we lost you again.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible? Sorry, am I audible? I think I
Yeah,
dropped off
Arun.
again. Damn.
Yeah, no worries.
Shit. This is embarrassing,
Arun,
man.
just to let you know, it's 5 minutes left. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'll finish it. I'll finish it now. I'll finish it. Okay. Now, so I am going to use this document intelligence object to read this document, get these two results here. Okay. So I'm going to read this as a stream, and I'm going to get these two fields, which is basically my label and my value. Okay. Now I'm going to write this here. With confidence score. Okay, I'll have this confidence score as well, just to see. Yeah, and this will be my name. Yeah, this will be the content. Fill that confidence. Okay, now I don't need these for now. I'll skip these. I'll let you know what is done. Okay, now let's see. I'll save this. Okay, test invoice. Okay, I'll just give some random name. Okay, and then click on run. Let's see if this is giving us some value. Yeah, I need the Python debugger. Yeah. Okay. Yes, very good. Now, if you actually see here, we have received the value. Okay. So this is the VAT ID, which has a value of RT, invoice date as 3rd of March, due date as 6th of November, charges as this much, and invoice number is this much. And on the right hand side, the confidence rate or level confidence score is 99%. Okay, so this is how you can leverage your Azure Document Intelligence in your source code as well. Okay, so what you can actually do is you can create an Azure function, okay, a blob storage or blob trigger, where once you upload the document, it will trigger the Azure function. You can provide this code within the Azure function itself, and as a stream data, you can stream the data from Azure function to the document intelligence object, or that service as a data stream, and then that data stream will then read that document as a stream, and then it will provide you the output as well. Okay, so this is how you can create an intelligent AI document processor using Azure Document Intelligence. Yeah, so pretty much this is what I wanted to actually show you. And before I close for the day and open the forum, okay, I wanted to show this as well. So you have something called as classification model as well. Okay, so here I actually showed you an example where the template was similar, or it was exactly the same for all the documents. But if you have any documents that has that follows a different format, like your passport or your invoice, which has a different format, you can use this custom classification model to segregate each type of document. Okay, and then you use the custom extraction model to extract the data from that particular document. Okay, so that is how you combine these two custom models to fetch data from documents that has different types of, or different, that follows different format. Okay, so I don't have enough inputs to show you for classification models, so that is why I just wanted to give you the out just the background as well, okay, of how you can use these classification model. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much I'm done with my session here. Thank you very much for being very patient, okay, during my session, and my humble apologies for dropping out couple of times. Yeah, so I think I have yeah, I'll open this forum for question and answers now.
No
Please go
worries, no
ahead,
worries.
sir.
I think Balakrishna has Bala. You have a mic enabled. You can ask your question.
Yeah, I have three questions, Arun.
Yes,
Right.
Bala.
The
Yes, Bala.
first question is right. So, if I'm using Azure functions or Azure Logical Apps, right,
Yes,
is it possible to integrate this document studio there?
definitely. So that is the I would say the foremost advantage of using this document, because it's an Azure based service, right? So you can integrate with Logic Apps, you can integrate with Azure functions. So that is what I mentioned in my previous project. I mean, I did in my previous project as well, where I had a specific document that I had read, that I wanted to collect data from, right? It was basically an application form. So I had used this AI document analyzer, right? uh, as a service where I will extract the data. So this was integrated with Azure function, which will get triggered whenever I upload a document to the uh, Azure's storage account. Okay, so I had used a blob trigger to trigger the Azure function, which will read the data and stream it to the Azure AI or document analyzer or document intelligence, and then from there the document intelligence will send the data over to Cosmos DB, and then from Cosmos DB I will be using Azure AI search to search my repository. Okay, so that was my project. So you can very well integrate this with pretty much all the Azure services. So that is the foremost advantage of using this AI document intelligence. Yeah, I hope this answers your question.
Yeah. So that's
Hmm.
I'm clear on that one. The second one,
Hmm.
right? I'm from actually from of Power Automate and Power
Okay.
Automate desktop background.
Yes.
If
Yes.
I want to use from this one, right, Document Intelligence Studio,
Uh-huh.
right? How we can integrate it, or
You can use
how
Power
it is.
Automate. Instead of Logic App, simply use Power Automate to trigger the step. So you can use Power Automate to read the emails and then place the document in the storage accounts. So once you do that, it will automatically trigger the Azure functions. So instead of Logic Apps, you use the Power Automate functionality.
But in Power Automate, we don't have. I don't think we have a connector or anything to trigger a form or a document Intelligence Studio, right?
No, you won't have direct connector. So what I am saying is you will have a connector to your storage account, right? So you
Yes,
can
yes.
actually create a custom connector to emails as well, to your inbox, or to your mailbox. Okay. So you use Power Automate to check for any emails that comes in, or any activity that is performed on the storage account. Okay. So it can be emails, or anyone can directly upload it directly to your storage account, right? So you can have a connector to either of these source as well. Okay, so once you have that source, you can actually, you have a function, Azure function, that will act as a trigger, right? Because I have created a blob trigger based function, Azure function, which will get triggered whenever I have any documents that is placed within that storage account. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to have a direct connector with the Azure AI Document Intelligence from Power Automate. Rather, you can simply use Power Automate to initiate this function. Okay, so the it will be like the first step will be Power Automate. Second will be it will place the document in the storage account, something like this. I'm just giving you an example. It need not follow the same process. But you can use something like this. Power Automate. Power Automate places the document in storage account. Azure function gets triggered based on the storage account activity, and then it reads the document from that storage account. It will create a data stream. It will pass the data over to the AI document and intelligence, and then AI document intelligence works processes on that AI or on that data stream that is passed onto it, and then it extracts the data from that. Okay, so that's how it works, Bala. Yeah.
So, okay, fine. Understood. Still, we need to use Azure functions to trigger that, right? I got it.
Yes, yes.
Got it. And my one more question, right,
Mm-hmm.
regarding classification model or
Yes,
classification. You said, right?
yes,
Consider
yes.
my requirement. I have. I need to extract the data from invoices, but I
Mm-hmm.
have a different type of different formats of invoice, like
Yes,
maybe 5 formats. I have it. Do I need to go and
right.
create different project classification projects? I mean to say 5 classification projects there.
No, 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 no. You can simply create a single classification project. Okay. So that classification model will require minimum of five data, right? Five documents for training set. Okay. So I would say if you have five different types of invoices, right? That you would like to classify, you will need to provide at least 25 input sets as a training set. Okay, minimum I'm saying. So five for each invoice type. And your classification model, you simply have to train your classification model saying this is the invoice type. This will be A invoice type A. This will be invoice type B. This will be invoice type C, right? So like labeling that I had done in my previous custom extraction model. Similarly, for classification model, you will have to provide the inputs to the model saying, if this is the invoice that you are going to read, it will be invoice type A. If this is the invoice, this is the template, it will be invoice type B, right? So you will need to provide the labeling part, and the model will get trained on that. Okay, based on the invoice set that you are provided. So if you want to have five different invoice layouts, you will need to provide minimum five for each of those layouts, which will account to 25 different input sets, Bala. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. And final last one.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm taking
Yeah, yeah, no
more
problems.
question.
Please go ahead. Please shoot. Please shoot.
So, can we define the output of that document intelligent one to JSON, XML format, or
Definitely.
uh, database,
Definitely.
like a table
So
structure thing?
definitely, definitely. So once you train the model, right, you will get on the right hand side. You will have the option to choose what type of result you want to see, output you want to see. Whether you want to just see the key value pair, you want to see it in a JSON format. Okay, so you can simply train the document, train the model, and once the model has been trained, on the right hand side, you can let me share my screen. I'll just share it for a few minutes, Dhruv. Yeah, just to show how things work. Yeah, please,
Yeah, it's
please
okay,
allow
Arun. It's
me
okay. It's
this time
okay.
around. Yeah, my apologies for taking some time. So I just wanted to ensure like I'm giving proper information to the people here. Okay, now this is the model that I was showing, right? I go into this model. Yeah, these are the models. Okay, I've trained this. Okay, now click on test. I will have something called result here. Okay, yeah, and this is, yeah. Okay, let me click on this. I'll browse one file for you. Okay, open it, run analysis. See, if I click on result, you will have a JSON format here. Okay, so you can simply copy this JSON format as is, right? If you don't want to, if you don't want the key value pair, you can use this JSON format directly. Okay, and then you can use this in the in your further analysis. This is what your requirement, right, Bala?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use this JSON format directly, and then you can store it in Cosmos DB. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Thanks, Arun. It was a
Yeah.
great session.
Thank you. Any other questions from anyone?
I don't think so, Arun. And in case it is there, I think you guys can reach out to Arun on his LinkedIn profile. He has already
Yes.
mentioned. Arun, if it's good that you can mention it on the chat also, then people can reach out to you.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I'll just paste my intro PowerPoint here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do it in the chat.
Thank you, Arun. Thanks for taking out time on a weekend to help share your knowledge.
Thank you, guys. Thank you once again for this platform. I really hope to collaborate in the future, Dhruv, to be honest. Yeah, hoping for a fruitful collaboration in the future as well. Thank you very much.
Sure, Arun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Um,